Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. And I'm on time. I was going to say I'm early, but I am actually on time. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We're the United States of the world. We've been around for about 4.5 years, putting in solid foundations to be here for many generations to come. We are now in the process of expanding our economy to improve the liquidity and value of our currency, and that'll benefit all our citizens. And anybody can become a citizen. There's no cost, there's no obligation. You just come along, register, prove you're a real person. That's all there is to it. We have a non-separatist policy, ideology. And that means we don't pigeonhole people based on what they look like, or where they've come from, or how prosperous they are, or their educational level. Nothing matters. Gender, colour, class, creed, all go out the window. We just see everyone as a human being, part of one big family of humanity. All individually unique, but all linked together. Being unique, each one has something unique to offer our community, and therefore is of equal value to every other member of our community. Being linked together, you've got to start understanding that you can't do something for somebody else without it actually benefiting yourself as well. And that is our non-separatist policy, and we have a little affirmation to help us with that in a few moments, just before we get started with the updates, just after our opening prayer, which is there to help you find true happiness in life. And that is really what everybody seeks. You may think that you're looking for the new house, or more vacations, or time with your family, or money, or whatever it may be. But the underlying reason is to find happiness, not just short-term pleasure, but ongoing, everlasting bliss. And you can't buy that. There are a lot of people with a lot of money, and they're still struggling, looking for something. They don't know what it is, and they don't know how to get it. And it is that bliss that only comes through being of loving service to others. And because we're all linked together and we are all a family, the more loving service you give to people, the more everything that you want and need in life flows back to you. It's a wonderful way of living your life. And it's what we try and teach here. We have some people that get involved purely for the money, and that's okay. But money won't buy you happiness. If you get involved and you go about things the right way and you're of loving service to others, the money will take care of itself. You won't have to chase the money. So, so that's a little bit about what we are, where we are, and how we're going to get started with that little prayer and affirmation. But first of all, welcome to everybody that's watching, whether you're watching the replay or whether you're watching live. A lot of people watch the replay. 7 p.m. London time isn't a good time for everyone. And so the replays are very valuable, and they're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch pretty much from day one. So not on all of those three from day one, but most of them are on YouTube and Facebook from day one. Okay, so we do have some people in live, and it's lovely when the people that are in live are not too shy to put their name in and where they're from, so everybody can see a little bit about what's going on in our community. And top of the comments, we've got Mary from Chicago, Illinois, USA. We've got Ramachandra from Watford in England. We've got Peter from Kettering in England. We've got Maureen from London in England. We've got a lot of the top ones from England today. We got Jason from Nigeria. We've got Don from Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. We've got Colin from South Africa. And let's get started with that little prayer and affirmation now, while a few more people will be coming to join us. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. And our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay, let me have a little sip of water. Colin from South Africa, we welcomed, and he's the last one that we've got in the comment section there. Let me start the updates by telling you that Deviani was around today, but she wasn't working. She said she didn't feel well. And so I told her to take the day off, or as much time as she needs to get herself right. Health is very important. I know a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on money, and money is important. We need money. We've all got to eat, and usually that is what we do. We use money in the modern world to buy our food and to pay for our shelter and things like that. But if you lose some money, you can make it back. If you lose your health, it's of greater consequence. Hopefully, you can regain your health and become fit and strong and healthy again. But it's certainly more important than losing your money. But if you lose your peace of mind, you lose that bliss within, then life becomes a struggle. And no matter how much money you have or how healthy you are, if you don't have peace of mind, then you can't really class yourself as being successful. So peace, hope, harmony, and love are the 4 legs, if you like, of the table of affluence, success. Peace, hope, harmony, and love. And on the table, we have health, freedom, and ultimately happiness. And when we're talking about that happiness, as I say, we're talking about untold bliss that's ever with you, can't be destroyed, no matter what happens on the outside world. Okay, you might be externally sad because you've lost a loved one, but within you'll still have that joy burning. You'll know that sadness is going to be short-lived, and that loved one has gone to a better place. You're going to miss them, probably always, but you will have joy in knowing that you had the pleasure of their company throughout the time that they were around, and you will always have that joy to fall back on. Okay, who else have we got in? Where were we up to? We were up to Colin from South Africa. So we have also got Norman in from Doncaster in England, Kingsley from Manchester, England, Eric from Quebec in Canada, Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA, Andrew from Auckland in New Zealand, Richard from Devon in England, all came in just in time to miss the prayer and the affirmation because I was here on time. Before I get into any additional updates, other than the fact that Deviani wasn't around today, I want to apologise for what happened yesterday. I was in the middle of, in fact, I think I'd really answered the question, which was fortunate. But then, boom, the power went off, and with it went the internet connection, and so it was a rather abrupt ending to yesterday's live updates. I apologise for that. We'll keep our fingers crossed that it's a one-off and doesn't happen again today. Okay, we've got Bozina in from Edinburgh in Scotland and Derek in from West Palm Beach in Florida, USA, and Lewis from Lisbon in Portugal. Right. However, I did spend time working with, just talking with and making things clear with one of the guys that we've got doing a test. And he's been making some improvements to the login ads in the dashboard. And they're quite good, except one thing was misunderstood. And so I spent quite a while with him explaining that he's got to fully understand what it is that is required and not just think that he knows now. And he's got to come to the horse's mouth for that, for final confirmation. And that is me at this moment in time. I'm hoping in the near future it'll be somebody else. One of you perhaps that is now on the live. But right now it is me, and so I've been spending time with him. I like the guy. He seems to be a very nice guy. Likes to do the right thing. Likes to communicate. Isn't shy of that, because I told him, if he doesn't understand something, it's my fault, because I should have explained it better. But don't go off and not make sure that you do understand it. That's the important thing. So far, he looks very promising as a potential addition to our development team. But of course, I need Deviani to look at the coding he's done and see how it all fits in. And then we'll have a think about it. But he is a nice man, and I'd like to help him. And of course, it has to be mutual. He has to be able to help us. No good having somebody that we spend more time with telling him how to do things. But he seems to be company. Once he knows how to do things, he seems to be able to do them. And that is the important thing. Okay, I see we've got Nankiep in as well from Nigeria. So that is a promising development. I've also been in contact with some people regarding promotion of initially the 777 plan through the turnkey, or for the turnkey cash cow members, essentially. In fact, all the referrals that we get will be going into the turnkey cash cow members downlines. But if we can get results that we can measure and say, okay, this is what we got from this, and we can find out and assess how things are, then we can let you have those results. And if you choose to get involved in paid advertising, then it will give you some guidance. Okay. Of course, it will benefit the whole community as well, because no matter whose downline they go in, they benefit all the community, especially if they upgrade in the Sharehook plan. So I'm looking forward to getting that up and running. It's Tuesday today. We might see results, or some sort of results, by weekend, but probably beginning of next week. Something else that was linked to that, I can't think what it was. Sharehope plan. There are, I think, 42 people that will have their subscriptions ending. What's the word? Ending it'll do anyway, won't it? Their subscriptions will run out, expire. That's probably the better word. Before Friday. If they allow that to happen, they will lose their matrix positions. Now they'll be able to join the shareholder plan again in the future, but they will never ever get the matrix position that they have today. And we have one or two people joining now, slow, but it will gradually build up as people start to understand and as we improve the website and the promotions and we get various other things going on, then it'll boost everything. Let me give you the numbers and that'll give you some idea. It is pretty slow at the moment, but we had an increase of 32 in the 777 plan to 23,511. An increase of 1. That's a net increase because we are taking out people that have not verified their email. I think we've got about 68 at the moment. So if they don't do it, I mean, there'd be another 68 to come out. So that's why it's a net increase of 1. Some people will have been removed and some people have joined. So we're at 49,932. Not that far really off 50,000. We have been in the past a lot bigger than that. I think we had over 250,000 in our first 6 months. But it's very easy to get big numbers when you're running a Ponzi, and we were. We didn't intend it to be, we didn't set it up to be, but it ended up being a Ponzi, and so we had to restructure drastically or disappear. We will never disappear, so there was no option of that. We had to restructure, and that's been happening over the past number of years, putting things right. And I think I'm optimistic that by, where are we now, September? Within the first half of next year, everybody that has bought something in We Share Abundance will be in profit. Everybody, okay? That's not a promise, but that is where we're looking at. Well, that's where we're working to. It may happen faster. It may take a little bit longer, but we will definitely get there. Everybody that has put their hand in the pocket as a member of We Share Abundance will be in profit in the not too distant future. So that was our registered members. We have an increase of 9 in our active members. These are people that are logging in regularly to 3,164. We have an increase of 1 in the people that have upgraded in the shareholder plan. That's now at 505. Of course, if those 42 don't renew their subscription, it'll drop down to, take 42 off that, it'd be 463. But I'm hoping for their sake that they maintain their subscription and stick with it, because the shareholder plan isn't designed to be a get-rich-quick plan. It can be for people that are really active, but it's not designed to be a hypey plan, get your money and pay $10 and you'll be a millionaire overnight, none of that. But we will get everybody that just simply keeps their subscription up to date to a point where they will be earning a minimum of a passive income of $6,000 per month. So that's why I'm hoping those people see and understand what we're about in that Sharehope Powerline plan and renew their subscriptions and make sure they don't lose their position. I say they'll be able to come in again later on, but they'll never have the chance to be in that beneficial position that they're in now. Multiply Research, no change in the membership there. We did log in, get a revenue share, and it did, as I forecast, take us into the next dollar. We've got $10,545 in the bonus pool there. Not much we can do with anything there until we get on to moving the Visa tokens onto another blockchain with controlled liquidity and value, as we did with the Sharehope plan after we had that runaway inflation. So that is that is your numbers. We had Lewis and Nankiep. Yeah, I think we welcome both of those. I believe it was pointed out by somebody that the video on the homepage and the text on the homepage differ. In that I'm saying in the video that you get $5 when you join, and of course you don't get $5 when you join, you only get $2 as it states in the text. So that's something I'll have to revisit and do. I've still got an awful lot of work to do on the website, but I want to find out once we get Devyani back and we have a discussion with Vishal to see if he's got any front-end experience rather than just back-end. It's a big difference in what you're doing. Also, yesterday I mentioned about graphics, and we had somebody put in a support ticket saying that they were a graphic person and would be interested in doing things with us. Hoping that he will get the response to his ticket and contact me, and we can discuss things on Skype. There's an awful lot of graphics work that we could do if we find the right person. But it has to be the right person, really, so that we can get something that is really good, a little bit different from your everyday banners and things. People, they get a banner blindness nowadays. We've seen them so often, banners, oh, it's a banner. They don't really look at what it says because they're all following the same pattern that they've been following for the last 15 years, probably. Okay. That's where we are. That is where we're up to. It would be really, really good if we can get another developer, possibly even two, in that fit into our environment in the right way and can be useful, and it'll benefit them, benefit us. We can get a lot more done a lot more quickly. We can move along faster. But we do need something on that front-end development as well. And the front-end development to go to professionals is time-consuming in trying to explain it to them, but it's also very expensive, like a couple of pages with a PDF and a video by some of these professionals, you're looking at 20 grand. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm just saying that we're probably not in the right position to do that and spend that at the moment, because we don't have 20 grand. And if we did, we'd be sharing it out amongst the members, not blowing it on a video. So it's a bit of a catch-22 situation, but I am sure we will get there. I am working constantly on the back end, and there's nothing much I can, sorry, not on the back end, on the front end. Nothing much I can show you at the moment. I'm still trying to get my head around exactly the best way to present things. And I am anxious to get that, both the mall and the Fun Miracles and the Easy Business Builder all operational. Extra developers would help us an awful lot with that. We've got Jason here saying, please, I want to ask if you have any more information about Bebo savings. It's not showing income for free members. I want to be sure if I'm the only one experiencing it. Thank you. That BIBO thing is a shopping plan, and they offered, I think they offer you $50 in credits to buy something from them. And if you introduce 3 people, a $20, I think it's $20, or I think I got $25 actually. But it doesn't get paid instantly. They pay either at the end of the month or the beginning of the next month, and I can't remember which it is. I know I introduced more than 3 people and nothing cropped up, but there is now $25. I think it's 25. Let me just have a look. Bebo, it's I think it was originally Bitcoin in, Bitcoin out, but how do I get back to the dashboard? Back office, this will be it. Your account info. Purchase level free. They claim it's free. I know they have upgrades. I don't know what the purpose of them is, but I am showing, I'm showing $30 in USDT. I don't really know what it's for. I imagine it's for referring a few people, but I've done nothing other than that. I don't advocate that you pay for a subscription unless you really understand what it's about. I did have a look at the mall because I got an email saying that they've added all these products in and things. And I had a quick look and I thought, well, I'm not interested in most of that, but there was a category for pets. So I thought, well, I wonder if we've got anything for Cody there. And I had a look. And the only thing that I was interested in, and it wasn't really for Cody, but I'm thinking ahead for Christmas presents for some of my friends that have got pets and they've got little dogs. And that was a sort of bouncy ball thing that moved on its own. And it said for small dogs. So I thought, well, it's probably not right for Cody anyway. And we don't want him running around too much at the moment because of his legs and what he's going through there. But I did look at that and they were $47. And I thought, it's pretty expensive. So I did a search online and I think you can buy the same thing for about $20. And so is it really going to be a proper Savings Club. They claim, you'll get up to 80% discount off wholesale prices. Well, 47 for a dog toy that I can buy for 23 left me a little bit miffed, really. So be careful if you do buy anything. Check that you can't get it cheaper elsewhere first. If you can get it and use your $50 credits that they've given you, that's another matter. But I don't really know how those work at this moment in time. I've not had time to really go through it. I do know that there is $30 in USDT in my account. It took about a month before anything cropped up. So that's pretty much all I can tell you about it, Jason. Okay. I wasn't given the $50 for joining. It's not $50. It's $50 credit, and I don't know where they show if you've got them either. Sponsored users, top performer, passive earnings, direct commissions, messages, wallet. Let's have a look at wallet. No, I don't know where it would show, but they do say that you get it. Oh, just a minute. Discount saving dollars. Let's have a look at that. I can't see it there. You'd have to get onto their support. I doubt very much whether they are telling fibs about it. I think the website looks almost identical to the Saving a Child website, and I don't really understand that one very much either. I got involved in that because I thought it was a good cause. It's the same people behind both of them. Get onto their support about it and see where it is. But it's not $50 cash. It's a $50 credit to use in their mall, I believe. Okay. That pretty much is all I know about it, Jason. I don't really have time to get into these things in depth, but if they're free, and I always say, if they're free, just stay free, unless you really understand the program and want to make the upgrade without thinking about any hype. You think it's a really valuable proposition. Same with these coin offers, they give you a lot of coins free, but they want to sell you some. Just go for the free ones. Don't buy, and just see how you go on. We got Joe Fito. Hi Graham, I sent you a request to put you in touch with a company that will add value to We Share Abundance. We get people all the time sending us information about companies that they say will add value to We Share Abundance, Joe. I don't know how you sent it. The best way is through the support desk. We look at everything that we see in the support desk. If it's an email, it probably won't get to me. If it's got links in for something that you're trying to pitch, it'll just get diverted into spam probably. So I don't know what it is. I don't know how you sent it. But we get hundreds a month of suggestions that will add value to We Share Abundance. Okay. I'm not saying that yours isn't a good one, but even if they're good, sometimes I don't think they fit well with our community. Okay, I may be wrong. I don't really have any more information for you folks. I think that's it for today. we've not had the power cut off. So before it goes, I'll tell you now, I'll be here again tomorrow at 7 p.m. London time on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And I will hopefully have Devyani back by then. I know she wasn't well at all today, so hopefully she'll be better. You can always keep her in your prayers, and she'll be feeling a lot better by tomorrow. But you get out there, go the extra mile, share love and abundance, be of loving service to others, and your cup of happiness will overflow. God bless you all. So until then, tomorrow, 7 p.m, same place, same time, get your raffle tickets, make sure your subscription's up to date in ShareHope, and I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator, always wear a smile. See you later, alligator, go the extra mile. See you later, alligator, yeah, come on, in a wild crocodile.